Dr. Pat, you got to get hype, man. We're doing great. I mean, you got the socks, you got a
look at those
shirt
socks,
on.
man. Look at that.
We're kicking dude.
Look at
Come
those
on,
socks.
listen, all right. When I say hair, you say loss. Hair.
No, I'm not
Hair.
doing that, Max. I'm not doing that.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Max Barna from HIMSS, and this is Uncomfortable Questions. Here with me yet again today is Dr. Pat Carroll. Dr. Pat is a board-certified family physician with over 3 decades of experience helping patients, families, and the world be a better place. He also happens to be the Chief Medical Officer here at HIMSS and HERS. Now, Dr. Pat, I don't know if you know this about me, but I happen to be a pro-level Connect 4 player. I actually played varsity in high school. And as my old Connect 4 coach, Coach Bill, used to say, the best offense is a good defense. So when it comes to male pattern baldness, the same can be said. What I want to discuss today is what are the signs and symptoms or indicators that men should be looking out for at home in order to help them combat hair loss before it happens?
Really, a couple things. One, a change in your hairline. I actually could model that, right? This M-shaped pattern starts from the front, moves its way back. The second is noticeable thinning front of your scalp, but all the way back to the crown.
Oh,
And the
my.
third is just excessive hair loss while brushing.
The other two are fine. That last one kind of has me a little tripped up, though. So when you say excessive hair loss, because I don't want to say I pull my hair out in clumps, but I definitely find some at the bottom of the shower on the pillow when I wake up in the morning. How much is too much?
A good rule of thumb is you can lose 50 to 100 strands of hair per day, and I would not have any level of concern if that's the case. If you're seeing clumps of hair coming off, more than 100 strands, of hair per day, and you see it on a regular daily basis, probably should get that checked out.
So, change in hairline, noticeable thinning, excessive hair loss, those are the signs men should be looking for. But here's the thing, I feel like guys hear a lot of potential indicators. We hear a lot of rumors, myths, folklore, legend about how to tell if you are going to go bald or if you're going bald. So I think we should also play a little game I like to call fact or fake.
Fact or fake?
I'm going to run by some popular hair loss myths, and you can tell me if they're fact or fake. First, an itchy scalp. Fact or fake?
Fake.
More than likely, it's just dandruff, which can be treated with shampoos. You want to keep the dandruff off your scalp. That will help promote hair growth.
Widow's peak. Fact or fake?
That is just a dominant genetic trait, so I would say fake.
All right, so we brought this one up before, but let's go back to it. Hairs on your pillow.
Again, 50 to 100 strands of hair per day, nothing to be concerned about. Significantly more than that, definitely something to monitor.
Now here's one that I've definitely heard before that I am almost positive is true. Your mom's dad. If your pawpaw on your mom's side was bald, you're done for.
That is fake. I have 3 children with 4 grandchildren, and they all look at me and say, Dad, our kids are doomed. They're going to end up bald because it goes through your side. There's been no link to mom's side, dad's side, in terms of genetic link to hair loss.
Yeah, my grandpa on my mom's side had like the fullest head of hair I've ever seen, so I always thought I was safe until just now, Dr. Pat. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Max Barna, and my whole life has been a lie. So, we understand the signs, we understand how to check to see if we're balding. Let's talk about the causes. Why are guys going bald?
It's simply the most common reason is just male pattern hair loss. And what that means is that your body actually produces this hormone called DHT. And DHT actually works against hair follicles. It diminishes your number of hair follicles, which actually then diminishes the amount of hair that you can produce. So a way to preserve hair is to lower the level of DHT in your system.
Young guys don't have to worry about that though, right? This is all an old man's game.
No, it starts in your 20s.
Oh my God, Dr. Pat, you're turning my world upside down. All right, well, now that we know all that, what else should guys know about this? How can they start treating it? What else should they look for?
Look, there are some effective medications out there, both to increase hair growth, but also to prevent hair loss. Finasteride is a medication that decreases the amount of circulating DHT in your body. And what that does, if a lower level of DHT is present, your hair follicles are more preserved and you can generate more hair. So that's kind of the preventive end. And then minoxidil can be used as a pill, but more often topically. And minoxidil actually promotes hair growth by increasing the blood flow around those hair follicles. So 2 options in terms of medications. Finasteride, usually 1 milligram by mouth. The brand name for that is Premature. Very effective in terms of preventing hair loss. And then minoxidil, which actually can promote growth, usually used in a topical formulation, but also can be used as a pill. And then finally, there's some things you can do to promote hair health. Supplement called biotin, over the counter, actually promotes the nutrition of the hair follicles, so definitely does help. Using conditioners can thicken the hair, and shampoos to kind of keep the scalp clean and get rid of that stuff like dandruff or anything that's preventing follicles from actually producing more hair.
All right, so there is a silver lining. The good news is men do have options.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it again. When I say hair, you say loss. Hair?
Hell yeah!
Still a no, Max.
Ah,
Still a no.
yeah.
Still a no.
All right, everybody. Well, that was another episode of Uncomfortable Questions. I'm Max Barna, Dr. Pat Carroll. If you like what you saw today and you want to see more, do us both a favor and make sure you like and subscribe below.
Starts in the front, moves its way back.
You and I are standing between us and lunch here. Let's get this together.